What's going on, guys? My name is Diego. ¿Qué pasa, chicos? Here with the Athletic Bilbao versus Football Club Barcelona match review. Hop in the trunk, coming at you live, improvised, as I gotta do these days, as my schedule doesn't permit me currently to really take the time and sit down and talk to you guys. I'm out for a stroll, going to see some friends, spending some quality time with the family, and decided to come at you guys to, like I said, give you guys a match analysis, match review on last night's match. And as you'll see, as people are walking by, it's unavoidable that we're gonna talk about politics in this one. More people with Spanish flags. Currently walking over the Diagonal. For those of you familiar with Barcelona, it's one of the main streets that cuts through the entire city from one side to the other. And you're going to hear a lot of cars honking, a lot of people with flags draped around them on this occasion today, or in this area, with Spanish flags. Of course, you guys will have been aware that currently I'm broadcasting from La República Catalana. Catalunya is now a republic that, of course, has a twist since the central government of the Partido Popular also implemented the Artículo 155, basically dismantling the entire local government, the parliament here in Catalunya. In any case, guys, I thought it would be a good occasion now to come at you guys to briefly discuss the match. Since I said at the beginning of this broadcast, I currently am on a very tight schedule, which doesn't allow me to really sit and chat with you as relaxed as I wanted to. So, on to the match. Más de lo mismo. Más de lo mismo. By that I mean more of the same in terms of Barça. Well, sorry. Wanted to show you guys an entire car that was fully draped with the Spanish flags. Don't know if you saw it. In any case, the match, yeah, más de lo mismo. Guys, Valverde bringing in the results and not bringing in the play. That's for sure. I know a lot of culés are impatient. A lot of culés are wondering what the heck, why André Gómez is continuing to be given chances. And I think those are fair arguments. But for me, more importantly right now, is that what has to be noticed and has to be recognized is that 9 wins, 1 draw, top of La Liga. We gotta be patient, okay? We have to be patient, we have to be pleased with the work that Valverde is doing. We have to be very pleased to have Messi on our team, and we have to be extremely excited and reassured that we have the best goalkeeper in the world. Okay, right now, granted that I don't watch every single match of football across the entire world, but tell me one goalkeeper that is better, in a better form right now than Ter Stegen, saving us on several occasions, as he was confronted by whether it was Aduriz or Raúl Castro. Just fantastic, just awesome display, awesome goalkeeping. And here we go, yeah. And so that really, I mean, that sums it up. Ter Stegen, Messi, and Valverde, pragmatic type of footballing display is what Barça is about these days. Would I like to see Sergi Roberto in the midfield? Absolutely. I think, you know, once finally Semedo came on, which allowed Sergi to go in his more natural position in the midfield, it changed completely. Do I understand André Gómez? I don't think it was his worst match yesterday. Do I think it was his best match and that he should be continuing to be given preference over the likes of, say, a Denis Suarez or even a Deulofeu for the matter, who could be playing in the up front. Up front, it's green now, bud. Or you want to walk in the sun? Yeah. So yes, of course, I think Andre Gomez doesn't fit in the system. Again, I don't think it was his worst match yesterday, but I think other people had worse matches. I think Piqué, that first half looked a little bit shaky, improved the second half, and thank God for Umtiti as well. Luis Suarez showed that he is quiere participar, he wants to participate, and still, of course, not banging in as many goals as we want him to, but at least created the 2-0 for who else but Paulinho, who I think is excellent. Sigue tapando bocas, shutting everybody's mouths up, including me. I always admit that I was the first one to doubt of his fichaje, pero me tapa la boca. So that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to say. Let me, I know a couple of you guys are already lighting up the questions or the comment section, so let me get right to your questions. As you see, entire families with Catalan and Spanish flags. I'm not a person for flags. Somebody I spoke to the other day defined himself as an internationalist, and I thought that was perfect. I told him, I said, I'm going to take that from you. I think that defines me as well perfectly. An internationalist, or as I used to call myself in my rapping days when I was a rapping hip-hop artist. That's too big of a word, but I said yo soy un vagabundo del mundo. I'm a homeless person of the world. That's how I feel. Just given the fact that I've, lived in so many countries across the world. I don't think that moving the way forward is by putting up walls or borders and becoming smaller. I think it's opening up that and bringing everybody together is what the way forward. But any case, let me get to your questions. I know Johnny Carlos is in the house saying, D, what's up, homie? What's going on? Moraes saying, my man Diego, what's going on? What's up, Barça boys? Good to see you guys here on the chat. And Johnny Carlos saying, the second half, D, was terrible. I couldn't believe it. Jason Lee saying, how is Barcelona today after the Spain government took over Catalunya? Can you describe the mood? Let me go one by one. Second half, I actually thought the second half was a little bit more exciting, a little bit better for me. I did have friends over, so that might have been misled by that, but Messi hitting the woodwork a couple of times. How many times has he hit the crossbar? I think I was reading somewhere along the lines of 8 times that Messi has hit the post. Just imagine if all of those would have gone in, and how many goals he would have been scoring already. And that is that yesterday Messi wasn't even having his best of games, but just so crucial. Messi is lit, guys. He's on a mission, that man. But I mean, look, all in all, not the most exciting of matches, not the most exciting of Barça displays, but the results are there, guys. We cannot argue with that. We have to be patient and see what Valverde is going to with this team, which es que pinta bien. It looks good. It looks, pragmatic, not magical displays of footballing tactics, but the results are there, guys, and it's hard to argue with that. The mood, who was it that asked that question? I think it was Jason Lee, yeah? Or Jason Le. What's the mood in Barcelona today after Spain government took over Catalunya? Well, as you are probably noticing right now, consistently people are walking past me with Spanish flags and Catalan flags draped around them. Manifestations going on pretty much on a daily basis right now, on one side and the other. And the mood is of worry, of uncertainty. As I said, just look across the street, literally entire families. And confusion, anger, that really sums it up. Oh, as an accident just happened. Did you see that? I think they just hit each other. Well, so yeah, it's really a lot of that. It's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of confusion, a lot of anger, and look, they hit each other. They smashed the lights, and you know, every day. I mean, continuously you'll hear honking, you'll hear people screaming "Visca Catalunya, Jure," which means, you know, "Viva." Long live Catalunya, free, and then you'll hear somebody replying with a Viva España. It's 50-50, guys. I hope that you know, the measures that Rajoy, the Partido Popular took, I think were drastic, were, you know, con la mano dura, as they say here, with a hard hand, put in very severe and stern measures to this declaration of independence, shutting everything down. However, Puigdemont is not recognizing it, so he's still, you know, we're all kind of in suspense, waiting to see what's going to happen. Elections have been called for the 21st of December. You know, everybody is expecting La CUP not to, which is the extreme left-wing kind of anarchist party, is expecting them not to turn out to the vote, calling it illegal, basically. But we'll see. I mean, it's everybody's being kept in suspense in terms of what is going to happen, how the Article of 155 will be implemented, what the reactions will be of the local government. So yeah, a lot of that. I hope that kind of paints somewhat of a picture of what the mood is like over here. A la Madrid saying, boom, Diego's here, what's going on, A la Madrid? Johnny Carlos saying, so Catalonia is independent now? Like, officially, no, it's not. Officially, according to the Catalan parliament, yes, but of course the central government of Spain shut that down and has taken over control. Also, nobody in the international community has come out and recognized Catalunya as an independent nation, and that is important, very important to note as well. So, you know, it's not official, but both sides, they play this story as they please and as they want. Romeo saying, yes, Diego, how's things? What's going on, Romeo's 06, I should say. Barça boy saying, why is Semedo starting? Why did we buy him if he's not going to start? Yeah, I mean, that, you know, the big question, Semedo, it's just, why is he not starting? I have no good or valid answer to that, other than my hypothesis, which is that he has a clause in his contract which would oblige Barça to pay X amount to Benfica for every X amount of matches that he plays. The same thing with Denis Suarez. For every 10 matches, 800k needs to be paid to Man City for the next 10 years. That is my personal, you know, hypothesis, as I said, but that's the only reasonable explanation I can give as to why Semedo is not starting, because he certainly should be. Moraes, Elias saying, Umtiti, Ter Stegen, Messi, the best players yesterday, without a shadow of a doubt. Jason is saying Semedo was resting for the Champions League for Tuesday. If anybody doesn't need any rest, I think it's Semedo. The guy's in tip-top shape. So, you know, the resting, I don't think, is an excuse neither. Johnny Carlos, Andre Gomez improved from shit to average this season. Yeah, I think that's a very good description. Jason is saying Ter was the wall yesterday, rightly deserved man of the match. Absolutely, 100% agree. Johnny Carlos saying, I read in Sport actually rated Piqué over Gomez. Yeah, I didn't read any of the articles published yet by the newspapers, but that would be ridiculous. I think Gomez definitely got a pass, but still doesn't just feel right in there. I mean, I feel that Denis Suarez and others, for that matter, deserve to get a place in the squad and more confidence over Andre Gomez. Mohammed saying, hey, D-Spot from Pakistan, what's going on? Ter Stegen is our spider. Yeah, he is. He's a spider. He's like a handball goalie. Amazing saves, just excellent stuff. Leo Masmith saying, what's wrong with Valverde? Doing some crazy stuff and not giving any chances to Denis Semedo, playing Roberto in the right back again. That's what I started off the show with. Your guess at this point in time is as good as mine. Mohammed saying, I'm not enjoying Valverde playing style. It just doesn't seem right. Maybe we will give him something, but I'm not enjoying watching the Barça matches. Don't know why. So average and poor performance. Yeah, they're not classic, tiki-taka, let's say, type of possession and passing, quick passing type of football. That's for sure. Johnny is saying, I hope that we turn our performance 180 degrees in January. It happened in 2015. Why not? Listen, that's a good point and a valid point. Don't forget that Valverde is taking over a team that has lost Messi, that had, since the Supercopa, this team is completely turned around, and give credit where it is due. He's building a team up without Dembélé, without Neymar, without Luis Suarez, for that matter, an injured Luis Suarez, a slowed down Luis Suarez, and you got to give him credit there where it is due. He's managing this difficult dressing room just excellently, perfectly. Johnny saying, I just hope, yeah, I read that comment. Valverde sometimes forgets to bring on substitutions, and whenever he does, he gives the player about 5-10 minutes. What about that? Leo Masmith, good comment. I was wondering myself why he waited till the 80th minute. Absolutely agree with that. Would like to see more subs in that case. Mohammed is saying, after watching the recent performance, do you think we are contenders for the Champions League this season? Share your views, please. I would like to think so. However, when I see teams the likes of Man City, PSG, and those two in particular, a lot of the English teams are strong. Man United, not impressive, but strong. I would like to think that we're contenders. We're Barça, tenemos a Messi, we have Ter Stegen, we have an excellent squad, but there's some very, very tough teams out there, very strong teams, so we'll see. Plaza de la Concordia, guys, is where I'm going to be signing off. Let me take the last few of your questions. Look at this cute little plaza, cute little square. We're going to have a couple of hours with some friends here before I gotta go back to work. As Nahuntai, sorry, I'm gonna butcher your name, Nahuntai. What was Valverde thinking not using the substitutions when you could at least use them for Oficio to lose time? We were close to getting tied. I got really frustrated. I don't like. I always feel that that the goal of the opposition is coming when we're gonna tie. It's a team that when we're up 1-0, it doesn't feel that we are that a goal could come at any moment in time. I agree with that. I felt that yesterday too, until the 2-0, of course. But by that time, the match was pretty much done. So yeah, I can see why you feel that kind of uncertainty and frustration. Romeo saying, although I'm not pleased with the performance of Barça, I can't argue with the results. It's still early on in the season. And by the way, more importantly, what's the porn update with Johnny Carlos? I'll let Johnny Carlos weigh in on that. Barça boy saying, really need a player like Dembélé. Why 4-4-2? Udit is saying, Johnny is saying, I said it before, we're only winning the Champions League by being lucky in the draws, in my opinion. Look, I mean, Champions League, you always need a luck factor. There's no doubt about it. So, I certainly agree with what you guys are saying in terms of Dembélé needing more time, Sergio Roberto needing to play in that midfield, and of course Messi needing as well the support of the attackers. Hopefully Dembélé will come back in January. That is what is being projected. Hopefully he will make a full recovery. It's a dangerous injury, so let's hope we can come back. Valencia as well. looking super strong, guys. Valencia is a team that has to be taken serious. Johnny Carlos saying, watch porn after the game to relieve the stress from the game. I told you that you were not going to give up porn, Johnny. You lying, you lying son of a bee. He said, I quit porn. I was like, no, you didn't. He goes, nah, maybe I didn't. What's your time in Barcelona? Here right now it is... we just changed the time. We went an hour backwards. It's 11:45. Mohammed is laughing at Johnny Carlos. Love your comments. Johnny saying he tried to quit porn. Harry Potter saying, hey bro, finally caught you live after a long time. Harry Potter, it's good to see you on this live chat. But I'm going to be signing off, my friend. That is it from me, Diego D Spot. If you're new here, subscribe for Barça news. Yeah, a place where we can just talk Barça and all the other good stuff, such as Johnny Carlos' porn addiction. I'm only kidding, Johnny. It's normal, my friend. Don't be too hard on yourself. Guys, las campanas suenan, the bells are sounding. I need to go and say hi to the rest of the peeps. We'll talk soon again. Where, when, how, I don't know. This was a pop the trunk improvised D-Spot session, but we'll stay in touch. Sign up to me on Twitter, where I usually announce when I'm gonna go live. So that's at This Is D-Spot on Twitter. Alright guys, that's it for me. Visca el Barça, Visca Catalunya, Viva España también. And much love. Thanks for your questions. We'll chat soon. Peace.